and totally wrong foot's faults, but that could have gone anywhere, and that is the end of the game.
Wow. Eastbourne Borough 1, Maidstone United 5. An absolute shellacking that took a very, very, very long time to come.
Well,
in the end, Darren.
Absolutely in the end, and I thought we'd have an entertaining game. I didn't think it'd end 5-1. Stones gained an early advantage through a corn penalty after Tanga was fouled. Jeffrey Tanga was involved in a lot of this stuff, and he appears to have been targeted. I think Eastbourne were trying to kick him to pieces, and they didn't really succeed. I mean, Bird should have been booked for his treatment of Tanga in the first half, but more of that a little later. But as the half progressed, Maidstone cleared the ball against the referee, back of the referee's legs. He should have blown straight away. He didn't. He allowed Beard to commit a horrific challenge for which he got a yellow card. And again, that was significant because, Beard then tackled Tanga badly in the right-hand corner, got his second yellow card. Eastbourne down to 10 men
at that point.
A few minutes later, an Eastbourne corner came back out to Bird, and it absolutely lashed it into the corner. An absolute worldie of a goal. I mean, it won't look as good on the cameras, but it was absolutely brilliant, trust me. It was 1-1 at half-time.
Very competitive that first half.
It was a very, very good first half.
That red card made it very good for Eastbourne, that last 20 minutes of that first half. And from that position, even with 10 men, you're wondering, can Eastbourne go on and get themselves any sort of positive result? And it was likely after that first half performance, Darren.
Well, especially when Mo Fowle missed a really easy chance a couple of minutes into the half. I mean, he was through, he had beaten Fawkes, and he just put it about 2 yards wide. And then, a little later, Bird had committed an horrendous challenge on Tanga, which was quite rightly a straight red. Eastbourne down to 9 men, and it was Maidstone playing keep ball from then. Cross comes over, Eastbourne player heads it up into the air, and of course Matt Rush, by the penalty spot in a load of space, he really, really couldn't miss. And then the icing on the cake, that made it 2-1, icing on the cake. Lamar Reynolds came in and scored 2 absolutely brilliant goals, lashed one into the top of the net, and then space from about 30 yards hit a really, really good goal. Then in stoppage time, Tanga gets the ball on the right, snakes past 2 players, and one of them just pushes him over in the box. Again, probably one of the easiest decisions the referee had to give. Penalty, Lamar Reynolds takes it, hits it against the crossbar, but in for a 9-minute hat-trick. Goals number 2, 3 and 4 of his Maidstone career.
Incredible scenes for him, incredible scenes at the end here as well, as all the Maidstone fans congregated over on the far side to our right, the cameras left. Most of them won't have been caught by the stream or those filming this afternoon. But yeah, you're right, Darren, such a contrasting up and down first half from both sides. Bad challenges, fantastic strikes, referee getting heavily involved in so much. But yeah, it's the straight red from Bird at the start of the second half that really swung the game in Maidstone's favour, for them to be down to 9 men for 40-45 minutes. And we were thinking, it was about an hour gone. Gurung had that header on at the near post and wondered whether that's going to be Maidstone's best chance.
I forgot that one then.
At 1-1, and from then on, it's just been, like you say, Rush slotted one home to win the match. Another match-winning goal for Matt Rush, making the difference for the Stones in the end.
I mean, when Bird got sent off, it just became a training exercise, didn't it?
It did, and in terms of match-winning goals, Matt Rush, that's only the 4th match-winning goal that he scored this season for the Stones, still sat behind Corn and that man, Levi Manchi, of course, still won the most matches for the Stones this season. You get the feeling that might change between now and May the 6th if Maidstone are still finding themselves in the running for the playoffs.
There's a lot of good football to be played.
A lot of good football. We've seen a lot of it from the Stones eventually this afternoon, because there's so many chances Maidstone created. The possession stats you want to know, the XG, I'm sure, If someone knows how on earth that statistic works, I'm sure it would have been near double figures at one point for Maidstone. The possession stats that the Stones had, they must have had at least 70% of possession, certainly for the last half an hour of that game. But Rockets from Reynolds for 3 and 4 were just two absolute peaches. I think it is Lamar Reynolds. We've joked about goal of the season competitions before. When John watches this back, I think we'll be having a Lamar Reynolds goal of the season competition on his own. Hopefully he's got one or two more in the bag between now and May 6th if Maidstone make it there, as we keep saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we had a goal of the season with 10 goals in it, I think all of Lamar Reynolds' goals bar the penalty would be included, I would have thought. I'd
then say Corn's winner against Torquay and Corn's winner against Ipswich would probably be in there.
Yeah.
So that would probably make up a top 5. 3 for Reynolds, 2 for Corn. They'll certainly do the trick.
First one against... Yeah. It's yeah. Well, what has to be an absolutely great afternoon for the Stones is now, over, and I'll just be left to say thank you, Sean, for pressing the buttons and getting us on air and allowing us to report on this. And it finished Eastbourne Borough 1, Maidstone United 5. Which goes without saying our best ever victory in this ground, but yes. Come on, you Stones.
Come on, you Stones. I will quickly run through some of the South results because it's been such a hectic day. And then obviously quickly run you through our April lineup because March has finished and we're on to April, on to the final hurdle now. Darren, with 6 games left this season. It's mad to think of it like that, where it's all, where's the time all gone? So Bath 1, Weymouth 1, Chelmsford 4, Dartford 1, Eastbourne Borough with 9 men 1, Maidstone 5, Farnborough Chippenham was postponed, Hampton and Richmond was 0-0 against Tunbridge, Havant and Waterlooville 1, Worthing 5, Worthing getting their bad run finished. 7 goals at Hemel Hempstead, 3, Aveley 4, Braintree with a 1-0 win against St Albans. Braintree just staying ahead of the Stones for now in the table. Welling 1, Dover 0. Dover are relegated. They are gone from the National League South.
Oh dear, how sad. Never mind.
Western Supermare 4, Taunton 0. Yeovil 3, Torquay 0. Truro Slough has just started. So the live league table, Dover relegated. Havant and Waterlooville 7 points from safety. Eastbourne Borough 2 from safety, but because they, Taunton and Dartford all lost. Dartford have played 1 game more than Eastbourne Borough. They go head to head on Monday. Taunton have played 4 games fewer than Dartford. They probably have ended up playing Eastbourne and or Dartford at some point. I know it's Truro Dartford in the last game of the season, and Taunton host Hemel Hempstead.
Well, in effect, Truro are playing away every game, so that might have an effect on them. Can I just say, I think Eastbourne will get out of this because they've got enough quality.
They certainly showed that. It's just keeping the men on the pitch, unfortunately, isn't it? I think is the issue that they may well have, and it's a harsh lesson that they've had this afternoon, but certainly one that they will learn from today. Against weaker opposition than the Stones, they will hopefully not be as ruthlessly punished.
Well, you know, and it's going to be a week before those suspensions kick in, so
yeah, exactly.
They're going to have at least one more game. I don't know whether they've got another one midweek, but
so it's Dartford away on Monday for Eastbourne. They then host Weymouth. Obviously, we host Weymouth on the 9th, 3 days after that. But yeah, Truro Eastbourne on the 10th. That's going to be a big game. Eastbourne are away at Braintree on the last day of the season as well. So if Eastbourne still needs something, if Maidstone are vying for 2nd or 3rd or 4th against Braintree, that could be a potential. There's so many fixtures, these head-to-heads that are coming together.
Well, it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely great.
Very entertaining.
And, you know, I still wouldn't like to say where we're going to finish, but if we carry on playing well, carry on, because the better you play, the more luck you make.
Exactly.
And you can say, you know, there's the odd little bit of luck here to get us into position, but then we did capitalise on it. Yeah. You can't get into these positions and not capitalise on them, which we've done.
Well, we won't count out Slough and Chippenham. They've got games in hand. They're both on 57. Farnborough, St Albans, Bath, all on 63. Aveley on 66, but have played 1 or 2 more than everybody in the playoffs. Hampton and Richmond 6th, played 40, 68 points. Worthing played 41, 69 points. Maidstone played 40, 70 points in 4th. Braintree played 41, 71 points. Chelmsford seemingly untouchable in second, played 42, 79 points, but Maidstone win their 2 games in hand. They're only 3 behind Chelmsford.
Exactly.
Chelmsford's goal difference, though, is 31 compared to Maidstone's 14. So that is technically 4 points that Maidstone need to get from Chelmsford. And the less said about Yeovil, they are guaranteed at least the top 3 now. No, technically we could all still catch them, but Yeovil are 7 clear of Chelmsford with 5 to play. They are guaranteed at least 3rd, barring an apocalyptic run, because their goal difference is 1 better than Chelmsford's. And yep, we'll quickly run through the April lineup for Stones Live. It's myself and Fred Atkins on Monday against Welling at the Gallagher. On the 3rd, it's myself and John Crowther at Taunton. On the 6th, it is Nigel Seeger and Piers Gray at Farnborough. On the 9th, it's Fred Atkins and myself at home to Weymouth. On the 13th, it is away at Truro with you and I once more.
Yes.
Darren Stiles, Sean Skerr.
At Gloucester City FC.
At Gloucester City FC, of course. That's already on the email, don't worry. And the 20th will be at home to Hampton and Richmond. Chris Betchervase and Darren Stiles will bring you that one. We do have a Kent Senior Cup final to bring you. We don't know where it is, but wherever Maidstone go, we will follow.
And probably, I won't count any chickens yet, probably some playoffs as well.
We'll get to those if and when we hopefully do get there. We will see.
We'll link those in when they can be inked in.
But, as always, Darren, as I stopped you from saying a few minutes ago, my dear, come on you Stones.
Come on you Stones. Yes.
Happy Easter, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that.
Yes.
See you on Monday.
Absolutely.